Hey, good people. This is Struggling with Diabetes and Winning Big. Winning Big, you guys. Listen, welcome to this vid. And I just wanted to come in and just talk about a few things that I'm finding and I'm discovering in my journey with type 2 diabetes, and then also give you a rundown, if you will, of my efforts, what I'm doing, why am I doing this, and all of that. I welcome you all here. I do want to let you know that being a diabetic, I mentioned in several of my vids that being a diabetic, we can't look at it as a death sentence or a sentence at all, like you being incarcerated or you being detained. Yeah, it's an inconvenience for sure, but it isn't a detainment where you're stuck. You don't have, unless you want to be. But I decided that I would fight back. I would fight back. I'm not going to just lay down and, as I pinned, give up my get up. I have the right to get up. I don't have to stay down, so I get back up. And so that's what I'm doing. And so while I was putting everything together, and I'm talking about this whole struggling with diabetes effort, as I am helping myself, first of all of this is in an effort to position myself or to mitigate some of the circumstances that we as type 2s find ourselves in. A lot of complications. We go through a lot. People just don't know unless you're going through it, or someone and you're close to them and you're watching them go through what they're going through with this chronic illness. But as I'm going through many of the stages that I have to deal with, I said I wanted to start documenting some of these things and start talking about it, and sharing my stories. That's why my motto here at Struggling with Diabetes is no hype, no filter, just help, because I mean that sincerely and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. First, as they would say, when you get into a Airbus, when you get into a vessel or a tube in the sky, and as they do their checks, they say, in case of an emergency, put on your oxygen mask first and then assist others. And so that's what I'm doing. This is what I call putting on my mask first, because I actually come here to my YouTube channel, I come to my website, and I get encouraged. I really do. I get encouraged. And so I just wanted to show you what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and the struggles even in that, getting that together. It's not easy, most of this stuff I had to learn, and I'm still learning. Social media, I'm not a social media guy. So I had to learn social media, the lingo, all of that. TikTok, IG, Facebook, all of these things. I had to learn them, and I'm still in the process of learning them. Why am I attempting to learn all of this stuff? What good is it? Well, the only reason I want to do all of this is so that I could reach out to other struggling diabetics, or diabetics who are struggling with their chronic illness. So that's what I'm doing. So I feel that in order to do that, in order to communicate with those who may be dealing with some of the same circumstances or the same circumstance that I have found myself in, I think I need to learn the language in order to be effective in communicating. So I did come up with this name, Struggling with Diabetes. I had that name a long time. I think I came up with that name around 2014. I want to say 2014. I can't remember. Well, I came up with it before then. No, let me back up. I came up with Struggling with Diabetes before 2014, but it wasn't until 2014 I registered it. You know, that was 2014, but it was sometime like 1998, 1999 that I came up with that term, struggling with diabetes. You know, it was during the time that I was grieving the passing, the separation, I'll say, of my father, who passed of complications of diabetes. And so, you know, going through that, you know, I would think about what he did with, you know, trying to maneuver, you know, through his experiences with type 2 diabetes. And so I would say, wow, my father, he struggled so much, so long, you know, attempting to understand that thing, you know. And then I just came up with that term, struggling with diabetes. He was struggling with diabetes. And then so it stuck. And so when I did get that name in 2014, I still wasn't in the mindset of building what I'm building now. That wasn't my mindset. My mindset was, hey, get a website or get the name, get a website or, you know, whatever. I didn't even have a website for Struggling with the Diabetes until, I can't even remember. If I tell you, I'm guessing, you know. But the website that I currently have, you know, I started that in January of this year. That's 2025. And so, again, I had to learn how to register. I had to learn how to get hosting. I had to learn how to, you know, do all of that stuff that comes in the background or behind the scene, like what's called the C panel, control panel. And I know a lot of you, most of you, you didn't come here for that. You don't care about that. Again, this is showing you my full experience. I'm showing you my full experience as a type 2, what I'm striving to do. And these are some of the things that I've taken on. But I'm doing it because at the end of the day, my goal is to provide an outlet or provide an inlet or provide a resource for others who are dealing with type 2 diabetes, as I am. You know, that's what I essentially want to do. So with that and with that desire, it comes another piece, and that's learning how to do some things unless you hire someone to do this. Now let's go into that branch, hiring someone. And guess what? I attempted to hire so many people. I got a headache. I attempted to hire so many people ad nauseum. I mean, all the way from graphic designers. I went to, most of you know the website, maybe you don't, I'm not going to presuppose, but the website Fiverr. Fiverr.com. And I hired a graphic designer. I didn't really know what I wanted. So I would say anything, do this. This is what I want. Can you, and they did what I said, but I didn't know what I wanted. And then I didn't know what I didn't want. So whatever they did, it was okay. But then as time progressed and as I moved on, I discovered, wow, this isn't what I want. I don't need this. So I had to do it again, do it over. And then by that time, I started adding up the dollars. I'm like, wow, this is getting very expensive. So I said, I better learn how to do this myself, or I better learn a cursory volume of knowledge so I could get around the hard part, the difficult part, and just do what's necessary. And so that's what I did. I started going on YouTube, looking for graphic designer or graphic design software, and yes, I settled on Adobe Photoshop like everyone else, or I won't say everyone else, but most people, and so I had to learn that, such a learning curve. I know how to use it for me. Now, if I had to teach someone how to use it, or if I had to give advice, that can't happen because I only know Photoshop for struggling with diabetes. I don't know it for anyone else. So anyway, so I had to learn that. I started learning that. And then that's when I started doing my graphics, my own graphics. Matter of fact, as you see this shirt, struggling with diabetes, I designed the graphic myself. Matter of fact, I have an upgraded or updated version of this, and I'll put it on the screen right now. This is the updated version, and I'll soon have that on my website where it can be, you can get that, you can purchase that. So yeah, so I had to learn how to do the website. I had to learn how to do graphic design. And again, I'm no professional when it comes to, that's not my wheelhouse. No, that's not my wheelhouse. But I had to learn how to do it enough so that I could start getting myself positioned so that I could present myself in a professional way. So I'm kind of proud of what I have so far. And so in going into this next piece of where we're talking off script, I want to look at my website, and I want to take a tour of my website. So if you don't mind, let's go to my website. Here we go. You see my website. This is my website, and you could go to strugglingwithdiabetes.com. That's how you get here. Strugglingwithdiabetes.com. Let me turn on a little bit of light. I'll let there be light. Okay, so this is the first page at the top of my website. And when you go to strugglingwithdiabetes.com, and you see the young lady, she's struggling. You see the needle and the insulin, or syringe, however you want to call it, and the insulin, and you see the meter, the meter there. And then in this section, I wanted to put something that I could easily access, or make it easily accessible to those who want to be or need to be encouraged. And these are my vids, note to myself. And these are some things that I have, vids that I've created from poems that I've written, and sayings and whatnot. And so I wanted to offer that to other people who may come to the website and need to be encouraged or empowered or be impacted. I have right here, it says a Let's see. A free gift I created to encourage you right where you are. Just something honest, hopeful, and from the heart. Click the button below. So when you go to the site, go ahead and click this, and you'll get to my playlist um, note to myself. We're gonna get into that in a minute. Then I have this section, struggling and winning. You know, that's what I'm doing. I'm struggling, but I'm winning. And so I give a little, blurb here. It's not really a blurb, but it's some copy as someone who has walked this path. I understand the struggles you may be facing. That's why I'm here to offer my perspectives and suggestions on how to live well with diabetes, from practical tips for daily management to creative meal ideas. Let's support each other on this journey. No gimmicks, no pressure, just real life insight from someone who's still learning, still growing, and still standing. You're not alone in this, and you never have to pretend to be. So, I'm all of this is coming from the heart. I'm being, um, I'm just being open, transparent, and for real. All of this is coming from the heart. And I want, those of you who may feel that, yeah, I got diabetes, but so what? I'm just going to do what I do until I'm not doing anything. I don't feel that's a healthy attitude to take. I think you should take a more productive, positive, constructive attitude, because there's more to life than death. I like that. There's more to life than death. Yeah, I know that it's going to get a little morbid, so a little trigger warning. Yes, we all have an appointed time to leave this earth. Our bodies leave this earth. But until then, don't die, live. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm striving to do. And that's why I'm here to support those of you who may be in that place. Like I say, hey, I'm tired of taking medication. I'm doing this and I'm just walking around like a zombie. Listen, I want you to, look at your circumstance. Yeah, don't be afraid of your circumstance. Look at it, but then also face it and talk to it. Let your circumstance know who's really and truly in charge. So that's why I have no hype, just help. Okay. So the contact, it sends to the contact page where you can, send messages to me if you like, suggestions, requests, all of those things. And what else I have? Okay. You are who you are, and that's true. That's true. You are who you are. When you come to the website, go ahead and check out this video. Check out this, Struggling with Diabetes, You Are Who You Are. Then I have meal prep and exercise regimen. I have the meal prep that makes sense, and then I have first 48 steps to healthy. Okay. And in both of those, I'm no doctor. I'm not giving professional board certified help. No, I'm giving you experience. This is coming from what I have experienced, what I know to be true, how it works for me. And so if it works for you, great, but you might have to tweak some things a little bit so that you're not, off kilter, and then depending on where you are, depending on, what other underlying issues you may be facing. I had a lot going on. I still have a lot going on, but now I'm more in control of it, so that makes a difference. Then I have Struggling with Diabetes. Here's my YouTube. Whoops, I still have to put a couple of videos up. I haven't put them here yet. I have to get those, and then you click here and you can go to my YouTube channel. But we're going to get to that in a minute. And I try to switch these videos out from time to time so that I have fresh content on the website for those that may not get the opportunity to visit the YouTube channel. And so I try to switch it out every now and then, but from time to time I just leave it there, you know, until I get a new, series, and I put the new series up so that it will make it simpler and easy for individuals to traverse to that website to get that new playlist. Then, of course, what website wouldn't be complete without a merch market? So this is the SWD merch market. Right now I have a jacket, I have caps, I have t-shirts, and I have hoodies. The prices may vary, depending on the size. And then also, like I said before, I have new merch, not new merch, but I have new branding, upgraded or updated branding that I will be coming out with very soon. I have it. I think I showed it to you. You already saw some of it. I'm going to have that on some some merch very soon. So give me some time, and you'll have your merch if you purchase it. Okay. And then we have my we have the 40 days still standing workout. You could get my 40 days still standing workout plan. It's for free. It doesn't cost you anything. That's all you have to do is tell me where you want me to send it, and I'll send it to you. It's downloadable. It's a PDF, and it's the first 40. It includes the first 48, the second 48, and the next 48 workout program. All three of those encompasses the 48 days still standing workout. And I think you should get it because I'm on it. I'm on it right now. Look where I am now. See, I just took this picture, oh, probably less than a week ago. Less than a week ago. I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm Superman or anything like that. I am striving, you guys. I'm striving just like a lot of you who are striving to do better. Does it get difficult at times? Hell yeah. Do you hate it sometime? Hell yeah. But I have to do it as if I love it. Blood pressure readings are getting so much better. Blood sugar glucose, so much better. And so this has to become a lifestyle. So anyway, you want to go ahead and download that book, 48 Days Still Standing Workout. I got some updating to do in it, but you could still get the book. And once you register, once you send in your email, send me your email, I will, every time I add to it, you will get that added content. Then I have here some facts. Did you know facts? It's not that many of them. I think, oh, I only put 3 here. I thought I had more. I think at one time I had more. But anyway, it's enough to get you kind of excited, about it. And again, you can always contact me, and that's just going to send you right here. Okay, if you have questions, or if you have concern or messages or anything of that nature, go ahead and shoot me a message right here. So that in its shell is my website, Struggling with Diabetes. Now, I do have another website. I'm in the process of integrating it with this one. Let's see, and it's right here. It's called type2struggle.com. Type2struggle.com. So, I mean, this is what you'll see right now. And it's all active, it's all live. You can shoot me a message here also. But I'm in the process of deciding how I'm going to use it, how I'm going to integrate it or amalgamate it with struggling with diabetes. I don't know if this is going to be my offshoot where I only upload downloadable things or merchandise or up and coming news or you know restaurant reviews. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do something with it, you know. But that's why I got it. And so, if you want to go to it and shoot me a line and give me some suggestions, what you think I should do with it, I'd be happy and open to listen. You know, just go to type2struggle.com. Let's see here. There you go. Sorry about that. Right here, type2struggle.com. So again, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to do something. And then last and not least, we have my YouTube channel. Now, I just changed this banner. See, because I'm still learning, you know, how to do this. You know, the banner, because it's one size on the desktop. I'm on the desktop, apparently. And then it's another size. Let me let you see. It's another size on, say, the mobile device, you know, and it's another size on like iPads and, you know, things of that nature. Meaning it's a different layout. So I'm trying to optimize this. You see these black parts. I don't want that there. I want the image to come all the way out here. So I have to work on that. So going back to the YouTube channel in and of itself, right now I only have 27 videos, I only have 9 subscribers. Come, listen, let me take out time. I hope you don't mind. Let me talk to you for a minute. If you're watching this video, I'm getting a lot of people who watch my videos. You know, I mean, to have been on YouTube less than a month. You know, I've been less than a month. This is August, you know, and I started at the end of June, you know, I think maybe it was in July sometime. Yeah, I think it was July, the beginning of July. And so I'm getting a lot of views, but I'm not getting likes and subscriptions or subs, as they call it. See, I'm learning all of this lingo. So charge it to my head, not to my heart. I'm trying to learn the game, as they say. But I do know this, that I need you to subscribe. I need you to like and subscribe, because what that does is it pushes, I'm understanding it pushes my videos more in the algorithm ecosystem. Is that it? Not the algorithm ecosystem, but the YouTube ecosystem for those who keyword things like diabetes or type 2 or, you know, those type of things. But I need you to subscribe. I don't want to beg, but I'm a beg. Okay, please. Okay. So anyway, let's look at the playlist. What I have here, I have Note to Myself. This is primarily for inspiration, for encouragement. You know, when you in those places of, you know, giving up, or when in those places that you need motivation, you know, you're not giving up, but you need something to push you, you know, to give you that oomph to get over the hill. This is what you want to come to. Note to Myself. Then I have a playlist called So Am I Struggling with Diabetes? That's a question. So am I. And then I'm talking about things how I struggle and how I'm struggling. And it may be familiar to a lot of you who may be going through some of the similar, and some of the same things. So you can check some of those out. Right now, I only have 2 videos. I have a lot more. I just haven't had time to edit them. It's a lot of work to do all of this, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So then I have various off topics or off script topics, and that's one that we're in now. I'm going to upload that here to off script. Then I have story time and backstories. So you should check that out. Right now I only have one. All of this will be, it'll start to pick up soon, because my thing now is editing. I do everything myself. I don't send this out to anyone to have it done, what they call outsource. I don't outsource it. I do it all myself. So I'm doing all of the graphics, I'm doing all of the copy, I'm doing all of the video editing, I'm doing all of that. Not that I'm looking for something. No, I'm telling you, it's hands-on, for real, hands-on. And so when I'm answering requests, or when I'm answering a comment, it's not going through a machine. You see that already. I only have 9 subscribers. I have over 2,000 views, but I have only 9 subscribers. And even if I had 2,000 views and I was getting questions, I would answer all of them. That's just the person I am. And then I have, see, now I have to come in. I just noticed this. Check this out. Under 2 for 2, take 2 for type 2. These are shorts, my shorts. So is note to myself. But notice I have the same banner here. I need to go in and change that. I just noticed that. So I need to change this to 2 for 2. This was previously called take 5 for type 2. And take 5, it sounds good, but 2, it rolls off the tongue easy with 2. Take 2 for type 2, or 2 for 2, 5 for 2, it's kind of awkward a little bit. So 2 for 2. Yeah, so that's what I have so far. And let's go to the home. Okay, and in the home you'll see some of the videos here. Some of the latest ones. These are note to myself videos. Yeah. Then these are some of the videos. And then the shorts. And then the playlists. There we have it. There we have it. I mean, it is like an awesome time to be alive and to help yourself. DIY, that's what it is. Do it yourself. We can do it ourselves. Yes, there are healthcare professionals out there, but also you have to keep somewhere in your mind that they are people too. Healthcare professionals are people too. They get it right, and just like they get it right, they get it wrong. So sometimes, and most times, you have to be an advocate for yourself. You have to be in there trying to make ways to better yourself too. Not just listening to a doctor who at the end of the month you have a copay, or at the end of the visit you copaying them and they give you a little information, and then you just wait until the next time to go back to them, and it's the same ritual, it's the same loop over and over, and then you find yourself not getting better but just being treated. You know, we want more than treatment. I want more than treatment. I want cure. And so while I am searching and while I am really investing in my cure, I want to learn ways to make my life better. Again, I don't want to just sit and just waste away. And that's not for you either, you know. So again, thank you for indulging me in this long video. I didn't mean for it to go this long, but I did want to show you what I do that kind of keeps me motivated on one end of the spectrum, because I'm doing everything in the back end, I'm doing everything, behind the scenes, and I'm doing everything in front. I'm doing it all. And so when you see me emotional even, yes, I have the opportunity, or I have the ability to edit that stuff out. But again, my motto is no hype, no hyperbole, no filter. I'm not adding anything to make it look and feel better, but just help. No hype, no filter, just help. That's why I'm here. Struggling with diabetes. Okay, folks, that's it for now. And again, remember, if you haven't been to the website, go to the website, enjoy, and then make sure you subscribe and like, and then tell somebody else who may be struggling with diabetes, or someone who may know someone who's struggling with diabetes type 2. And send them my way, and we can work through this thing together. Okay, you guys take care. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.